What if the pain you carry is not a burden, but a forbidden key to unimaginable power and boundless abundance? You have been told to cope, to move on, to forget. Yet every unreleased wound cripples your influence, blocks your wealth, and traps you in cycles of silent suffering. What if the secret to effortless manifestation, profound inner peace, and a life of joyful freedom is not about escaping pain, but about mastering its very essence? This is not therapy. It is an ancient, precise blueprint to activate spiritual principles for alchemizing suffering into raw, creative power. Prepare for a revelation that will transform your deepest wounds into your greatest strengths, forcing your desired destiny into existence. Are you ready to reclaim the sacred power of emotional release? For too long, emotional pain has been misunderstood, mislabeled, and mistreated. We have been conditioned to see it as a flaw, a weakness to be suppressed, ignored, or medicated away. This pervasive societal narrative is a profound egg of perception, designed to keep you disempowered, to sever your connection to the very energy that, if properly understood, can become your greatest asset. But what if pain is not a punishment, but a signal? A powerful, often aggressive, energetic communication from your deepest self, indicating a misalignment, a blockage, a call for profound transformation? This video will challenge everything you thought you knew about suffering. We will explore ancient spiritual principles, often dismissed by modern science, that reveal the true nature of emotional pain not as a static burden, but as a dynamic, volatile energy. An energy that, much like raw ore, contains immense untapped potential for growth, wisdom, and unparalleled manifestation. When this energy is trapped, unacknowledged, or feared, it creates invisible chains that cripple your influence, block your abundance, and keep you cycling through patterns of struggle and limitation. Embrace the radical possibility that your tears are not weakness, but a wellspring of power, waiting to be alchemized into the gold of your true purpose and prosperity. This is the first step in reclaiming sovereignty over your emotional landscape. The first spiritual principle for releasing emotional pain is radical acceptance and non-resistance. This is counterintuitive to everything you have been taught. Our natural inclination is to fight pain, to push it away, to deny its existence. Yet, what you resist persists. This resistance creates a dense energetic blockage, trapping the pain within your subconscious and perpetuating cycles of suffering. Radical acceptance is not passive resignation. It is an active, courageous act of conscious engagement. It is looking directly at the emotional wound, acknowledging its presence without judgment, fear, or the need to fix it. Imagine a turbulent river. Fighting against its current only exhausts you. Accepting its flow, however, allows you to navigate it with grace, perhaps even finding a new path. This principle is deeply rooted in the understanding that pain, at its core, is pure energy. When you cease resisting it, that trapped energy begins to loosen, to shift. This is the initial crucial step in its alchemical transmutation. It allows the subconscious mind, which clings to what is resisted, to finally release its grip. This acceptance creates a space for healing, for insight, and for the inherent wisdom within the pain to be revealed. It is the beginning of transforming suffering from a prison into a sacred teacher, guiding you towards profound inner peace and unlocking previously inaccessible reservoirs of strength and clarity. Embrace this seemingly paradoxical truth. Surrender is the ultimate act of power. Once you have embraced radical acceptance, the next powerful principle is conscious forgiveness. This is not a superficial act of letting someone off the hook. It is a profound, energetic release of the past. Understanding that resentment, blame, and bitterness are dense, self-imposed emotional chains that bind you, not the perpetrator. This principle extends beyond forgiving others. It is equally vital to practice radical self-forgiveness. Forgiving yourself for perceived mistakes, for past judgments, for not knowing better. This is the alchemy of liberation. Consider the energy tied up in holding a grudge. It drains your vitality, pollutes your inner landscape, and creates a vibrational frequency that repels abundance and influence. Conscious forgiveness is the deliberate act of cutting those energetic cords, not because the other person deserves it, but because you deserve freedom. This process directly communicates to your subconscious that you are no longer bound by past wounds, repatterning neural pathways that perpetuate suffering. It is an act of sovereign power, allowing the emotional energy that was once trapped in resentment to transmute into pure, creative potential. This liberated energy then becomes fuel for your desired manifestations, effortlessly attracting wealth, harmonious relationships, and profound opportunities. Embrace forgiveness as the ultimate act of self-love, a sacred pathway to reclaiming your joy and sculpting a future unburdened by the shadows of the past. The third foundational principle is unconditional self-compassion and self-love. This is not ego-driven self-admiration, but a radical, unwavering acceptance of every facet of your being, including your perceived flaws and your unhealed wounds. Many of us carry deep-seated shame or self-judgment, believing we are somehow broken or unworthy due to past pain. This self-rejection creates the densest emotional blockages, creating an egg of perception where abundance and influence simply cannot penetrate. Unconditional self-love is the ultimate solvent for this internal resistance. It is the recognition of your inherent divinity, your perfect wholeness, regardless of external circumstances or past experiences. This principle directly transmutes the energy of shame and self-hatred into pure, radiant self-acceptance. Practice by speaking kindly to yourself, nurturing your inner child, and treating yourself with the same boundless compassion you would offer a beloved friend. This consistent act of self-love sends a powerful, coherent signal to your subconscious, fundamentally reprogramming old patterns of unworthiness. As your inner landscape fills with this radiant self-acceptance, your vibrational frequency elevates dramatically. This creates a magnetic field that effortlessly attracts harmonious relationships, unparalleled opportunities, and true prosperity as the universe mirrors your internal state. Your influence grows not from external validation, but from the unwavering certainty of your intrinsic worth. This is the profound truth. You are worthy of all your desires simply because you exist. The culmination of these principles leads to conscious surrender and divine alignment. This is not giving up. It is actively releasing the need to control the outcome, trusting in a higher intelligence or the universal flow to orchestrate the how. We touched upon letting go in a previous video, but here we deepen it into a spiritual art form for pain release. When emotional pain persists, despite acceptance and forgiveness, it often signifies a deeper resistance to the divine plan or a need to cling to a narrative of suffering. Conscious surrender is the act of offering that pain, that resistance, to the universal flow, acknowledging that there is a wisdom greater than your conscious mind that can transmute it. It is trusting that the universe is always conspiring for your highest good, even through discomfort. This profound act of letting go opens the floodgates for effortless manifestation. When you surrender the burden of emotional pain, you align your energetic field with pure potential, allowing abundance, influence, and profound opportunities to flow into your life with unparalleled ease. This alignment is the ultimate form of manifestation without struggle. It transforms your inner landscape into a sacred temple of peace, where every challenge is met with grace and every desire manifests as a natural extension of your aligned being. This is the pathway to true emotional freedom, where pain becomes a distant echo, replaced by a symphony of joy and purpose. You now possess the forbidden blueprint to alchemize your deepest emotional pain into your greatest power. This is not a theoretical exercise, it is an urgent, visceral call to embody these spiritual principles daily. Every moment, Your inner landscape is either burdened by unresolved suffering or radiating with the liberated energy of peace and creative potential. The choice is yours. Begin by consciously practicing radical acceptance, facing your pain without resistance. Follow with profound forgiveness, cutting the energetic cords that bind you to the past. Embrace unconditional self-compassion, dissolving layers of unworthiness and shame. Finally, master conscious surrender, trusting the universal flow to transmute what you cannot. This consistent application will transform your internal world into a sacred crucible, relentlessly forging your desired reality. Your deepest wounds are not flaws, they are gateways. Gateways to unparalleled abundance, magnetic influence, and a life of profound, purpose-driven joy. The universe is waiting to mirror your liberated inner state. What masterpiece will you paint with this boundless palette? What legacy will you forge with this inherent power? The time to reclaim your sacred sovereignty over emotional pain is now. Answer the call. Your effortless destiny awaits.